Hello. I am here doing a pick a pile reading for those who are interested in getting information about their love lives. If you are in a relationship, if you have a situationship, if you have a crush on somebody, we are going to probably have messages in here for you. Now, it is up to you to use your intuition to pick a pile. 1, 2, or 3. And then you will receive that reading. If it does not resonate, pick another pile. And if it doesn't pan out, it's just not the right time for you to be receiving a message, and you will receive one in the future. The way that you can guarantee that I'm probably picking up on your energy is if you interact with the video, because if you're giving it a like or you're leaving a comment, you're integrating your energy into this community, into this collective that I'm reading for. So that is a way for you to energetically connect. And I just wanted to put that out there. Now, I'm doing this for the first time in this manner, but I wanted to tell you that I have a little bit of an offshoot reading, because I am channeling something prior to getting into these cards, which I have not looked at yet. That somebody out there, or somebodies, because this could be for many people, are at a point in their lives, okay, I feel like they are in some kind of long distance type of relationship, and it's weighing on them. It's sort of slow moving. The person that you're involved with is moving too slowly for you right now, and you want to be moving more quickly. Okay, so it's like, but the thing is that you have to have trust in that this person every single day is working towards making that distance disappear between you. Okay, he or she, or they or them, are working very hard at building something with you. And I think there might be a situation where it's like you're always having to travel to see them, or they're always, kind of like, it's almost as if they're working on one side of things, like the material side of things, like home and money and job and all of that. And so in a way, they're not paying attention to the romantic side. But this person has all the intentions of being with you, okay? But their head is elsewhere because they are trying to make that happen. It's just happening on the other side of things. So you are urged to, by spirit, to keep the faith that everything is coming together, and to stay optimistic, because you can tend to fall into a pessimistic mentality because of this distance that you feel emotionally, maybe even mentally, aside from physically and spiritually as well. But that is not them pulling back from you. It's that they have prioritized other things. And I especially feel this masculine. It's a masculine energy that I'm picking up on. And men tend to want to fix issues, like they're going to see a task, and it's going to be a very earthly, physical reality task, and they're going to get to that before they tend to anything else. So that's what I see behind the scenes, right? There could be a trip ahead as well, but like right now, Spirit is telling you that you're thinking, the way that you are thinking right now, you needed to hear this message because your thinking needs to shift into the positive, which is just basically like thinking about the future, or thinking about all of the things that are going to happen between you, and being like excited about that, and knowing that everything is going to fall into place because it's meant to. It's just not in the timing necessarily that you foresee. It's in divine timing. There's an orchestration here. It says your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And there's travel and the Knight of Pentacles, and that's why I feel like the long distance thing, and then the slow moving aspect of the material life, the material, the house, the living arrangements, the job, these kinds of things. And I keep repeating myself, but that's when Spirit is knocking me like around with, they keep repeating words that are very, very important for me to say. So you might hear that from me, and I do apologize if it's repetitive. But that was for somebody randomly out there, or multiple people out there, okay? So now I'm going to be getting to pile 1. Let's see, pile 1. What do we have going on in your love life? Oh, 4 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, lust, nice guy, new love, make the effort, surrender. Wow. So you have 2 love oracle cards, and I'm going to, some of them have words on them that, kind of highlight the word on the card, highlights the blurb that they say underneath, but this one doesn't. But I'm going to read it first. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Okay? There's a lot of different layers to this. This is quite eclectic, this reading. So I do see men here, but I see a female here. Okay? But I'm seeing more like this is maybe a relationship between a woman and a man. But it doesn't necessarily have to be, but I'm going to throw it out there. So somebody is, okay. All right. Somebody is being incredibly stubborn, and sort of holding on for dear life to something that is maybe it's over, right? It's over, but there's still like this very intuitive and psychic connection between the two of you. This could be a divine soulmate, or a twin flame, or a twin ray situation, right? But I'm seeing, because I'm seeing a divine feminine here. You must be the divine feminine here. That's what I'm saying. We all have a feminine and masculine, so it has nothing to do with sex or gender. Just keep that in mind. This is very fluid. Spirituality is very fluid. I'm not trying to discount anybody or misgender anybody. All right. It's just that a lot of these cards are gendered, so they're very, very old systems. But I see somebody really being in a state of feeling insecure, okay? Saving money wanting, having their guards up, kind of holding on to every, this could be something financial, okay? This could be a severing of a relationship. This is the possibility here too, that there is like a divorce or a separation, but one person is not wanting to part with money, or not wanting to give over any kind of payment to the other in this case. But it can also just have to do with somebody not wanting to let go of something that was once very secure for them, which I think is you in this situation. And you standing here as the high priestess, your divine feminine is providing you with the sacred knowledge that you need in order to see clearly what needs to be done. There is a person here. There are two people right now that you might be involved with, or there are two people in your life that you're choosing between. This, like I said, this is very eclectic, so it's moving around a lot. There's different storylines here. But I see there being two people, two men in particular. One is like a fuckboy, and one is a nice guy. And the one who came in more recently is the one that is going to stir your romantic feelings, or has stirred your romantic feelings more than the lustful one, than the player. And so if that is the case, you are urged by Spirit to have faith in this new nice guy that's coming along, this nice person that's come into your life that is making an effort. And you are asked by Spirit to put in the same effort, because you have hesitation due to a wide variety of reasons, and you have every right to be hesitant if you've gone through something pretty difficult. But you have your intuition plugged to the highest volume, and you are listening to your intuition about which guy feels better, which person feels like trustworthy, and you're trying really hard to get there. So great that says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, and great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Guided to take is the word or the phrase du jour. That's what the high priestess showing up is all about. You listening to Spirit guide you to the right person, to the person that is going to treat you well, that it's going to be effortless with, like you're not going to have to jump through hoops for this person. But it's also, there is a pause right now where you are being urged to take care of yourself and to put yourself first, because moving from something that ends, even if it ended amicably, we do need time to reflect on our last relationship and clear ourselves, cleanse ourselves, and take time to be alone for a little while to soothe ourselves, because we love ourselves the most. We have the ability to love ourselves the most. And this self-love will ensure that you are not going out there looking for somebody to fill a void within you. You are going to be filling the void yourself. And then you are going to be somebody that's like joyful, whether you're with somebody or not. And then the person that comes along, you're going to be able to recognize which person is going to add joy to your life and which person is there to strip you of everything that you've built. All of them are learning experiences, though. And so it's up to you where you go. So surrender says, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. There is a reiteration of this in this reading here. Go with the nice guy. Say goodbye to the F-boy. That's me talking, though. Spirit is like, no, you got to stay it down the middle. Like, you're not, everybody makes choices and they're choosing to have certain experiences, and none of them should be judged. Like, there are things that we have to learn from getting into like toxic cycles with other people. We grow either way. So, but taking care of yourself, and part of taking care of yourself is the company you keep. And whether they are worthy of a seat at your table, and you have every right to create boundaries with people who do not treat you well. So, yeah, I just threw that in. But there's a lot of things that need to be let go of before you can enter into something else, and that is the Four of Pentacles. Into the High Priestess, you are standing in your divine feminine energy, and you want to be, okay? Make sure that you are feeding that divine feminine aspect of you, because she is going to lead you in the right direction. And that is what I have for pile 1. So if I do this again, I hope you'll come around. All right, on to pile 2. What do we have for pile 2 here? Okay, so we have the Hanged Man, the Tower, Community, Divine Masculine, Calling in your soulmate, Children, Sacred Union, and Twin Flames. Okay? Also another very complex reading. As human beings, we are complex, but also there could be multiple stories going on here depending on who is picking pile 2. So just give me a moment. So, yeah. Huge change happening in your life. Huge change. There's nothing small about who the lives of the people who pick this pile, okay? There's something happening in your sphere of existence that is... it's like a completely different life. That's what it feels like to me. Like, you are sort of feeling like your life as you knew it, like, turned around in an instant. And it's difficult for you to recognize this life, because it's like a complete and total transformation. It almost feels to me as if you kind of blocked out what happened, or you burned it to the ground. You hear the thunder? I don't know if you can hear the thunder outside my window, but there's thundering outside. That is a tower moment. The tower came out in this reading, and there's a lightning bolt, and there's a storm happening, and this tower is crumbling to the ground. You are going through something very, very big. And it has to do with your stability, where you are in life, where you live, your job, your location, your community. Okay? So whether you are male, female, non-binary, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to try to speak in general with pronouns so that I don't offend anybody, because there are women, men, non-binary people that watch these videos, so I do not want to misgender anybody. But sometimes I'll slip into because I feel that essentially this is about a woman, so you could identify as a woman. It doesn't have to be, though. And you could have gone through a divorce or a huge breakup or something very catastrophic happening in your life. Maybe you lost somebody. And when I say lost somebody, I mean death, okay? You might have lost your spouse. You might have lost a child. You might have lost somebody, and it turned your life upside down, okay? What I do see is that there is a lot of really good stuff ahead of you, because Spirit is telling me, they said, hey, not many people could survive this experience that you just went through. You have to know that. You have to wear that badge of strength and courage and bravery and own it, because you survived. Okay? And you have people that are about to enter your life, that are going to be the backbone, helping you to restore or to build anew. There's a new set of friends, peers, neighbors, anybody in a communal sense, hanging out on Main Street. I don't know. But there's a new community of people that awaits you. And there's also, this is even more beautiful, within that community of people is your divine masculine waiting for you. He could be of a dark complexion with light eyes, okay? If this is divine, this is it doesn't matter the gender. Somebody with an olive complexion, right? And and lighter eyes that pop, almost like a green, a hazel, that kind of thing. Very handsome, very loving, and very trustworthy. Okay, this is the kind of guy that shows up and fixes all your stuff for you, because he's Mr. Fix-It. He just looks like the kind of guy that could help you with just about anything, and he does so in such a friendly and casual way. And what I'm seeing is the development of a friendship first. Okay, you have been going through something that you have been processing, and I'm very proud of you, and I'm very happy that I can say that, okay? You are somebody who is spiritually elevated. You have a twin flame. You have a sacred union. This person that's coming towards you you're going to feel this person is different from anyone that you've ever met. And do you know what you've been doing? I see while you're sleeping, you are calling in your soulmate while you are asleep. You've been changing your mindset every single time you've been healing from the sudden upheaval of your life. Every time you focus on that healing, you are actually calling this person to you. I don't know many people that could live through this experience and then still be standing, let alone somebody who is processing the way that you are, processing something, processing the damage, going through the damage, building things from the ground up in every single way, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. And so while you're sleeping, you are doing a lot of that healing too. And one of the things that you're doing is you are actually in astral meeting up with your divine soulmate, and you are working with your divine soulmate on your healing. He's helping you heal every time you go to sleep. Okay? Now, I don't know if you have children, right? But if you have children, there could be a little bit of a hiccup or a stop up with pursuing or having a relationship, at this time. Maybe he has children. Maybe, there's some kind of, there's something that you experience where children are concerned. Your love life is being affected by children in your life, meaning, those ducks have to be in order. It's not like blocking you completely. It's just a hiccup. And you got to get things straight. It's like maybe it's too soon to introduce them to somebody, or like you have to focus on them before focusing on yourself and the different aspects of your life, which is completely understandable. And that's what a good parent, sometimes you have to do that, and sometimes you have to put yourself first, because you have to dedicate effort to making sure that you're okay, because they need a strong parent to rely on. You can't be like a mess on the floor. But life is life, and it switches. It switches. Sometimes you're the mess on the floor, and sometimes you're the strong one. And when you have children, your life essentially sometimes isn't even yours anymore. So, but they are not going to get in the way entirely at all. It's actually, there might actually be a good thing coming out of this. I also see pets. I keep seeing pets. I see 2 dogs and a cat. Just throwing it out there. Okay? 2 dogs and a cat. And a lot of people surrounding you, a lot of people that are in support of you. Your passion is being ignited, and you are you're being told by spirit to honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So these are going hand in hand with you, this divine masculine coming forward, calling in your soulmate. This is the first time you're going to be experiencing something on this level, I think. But right now, you're letting go. You're at a standstill. You're developing you are becoming wise to a lot of things. You are being contemplative. You are making sacrifices for the betterment of you and whoever you care for. And then and it's because of this tower moment. This tower moment is sort of, it's like it was needed. And you'll understand that. There is an old pattern that needed to stop. And only Mars, only Scorpio, Mars could come in and do that job. And it's sudden, and it's chaotic, and it's traumatic. But it was necessary, because you are heading in a whole new direction regarding your love life. And you do have somebody coming into your life. I can't say, I keep asking, like, do they already know this person? Because I'm like so excited about this. Do they already know? You might in passing, but you're going to really feel this. You have too much in the way right now to feel this person's energy, but there's going to be a moment where you are going to be able to like sink in to that person's energy and who they are and their vibration and frequency and unique energy signature, and you're going to be able to see that this person is different. This person is really different. I want to learn from this person. There's something that is going on there with that. But yeah, that's a sacred, divine soulmate that's coming in towards you. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. I think that's part of what's coming. It's coming in towards you because you have been doing that work in the astral realm with this divine soulmate. Okay? So that's what I have for pile 2. Okay. Now we are on to pile 3. Let's see. What do we have for pile 3? Uh-oh. 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups, North Node, entity attachment, flirt, heart-to-heart conversations, look inside yourself, and soulmate. Interesting. Very interesting. This is similar to pile 2 in a certain way. Yep. Ooh. Just the 10 of Swords is like shocking for me to see with the 2 of Cups. It could be another thing like the pile 2 is like a physical death of somebody in your life. And yeah, that destiny point feeling like, ooh, there's somebody that you may have lost that felt like they were your forever person. There's just a really big ending, and there's betrayal here though. All right. But it feels like because the 10 of Swords comes before the 2 of Cups, I feel like you've just gone through something, a painful ending, heartache, right? Collapse, total and utter, like, crisis mode with deep wounds, like you went through something, okay? But 2 of Cups coming out with your soul, with soulmate, this reiteration here, this is a beautiful union between 2 people. This is unification. It is romantic love. It's 2 people deepening that love. So there's another I feel like I'm repeating myself with because of pile 2, but there's so many things that are coming out that are the same. There is a destiny and a feeling of, I know this person, but I just met this person, or like, I can't believe like I'm meeting you now, kind of thing. Like you're really it's like you just went through something difficult, okay? Like your world ended in a way, okay? You were hurt, maybe you were cheated on, maybe you lost somebody, you were betrayed, stabbed in the back. But I'm being shown by Spirit that situation had to happen. Just like pile 2 with the Tower. This situation had to happen in order for you to meet your soulmate, your destined person, North Node. Okay, now here's the thing. You gotta do some healing. Big time healing, okay? Because there's something, when you were going through excruciating pain, something negative, okay, may have affected you, and it's still lingering, okay? You have to cleanse, burn sage, take a spiritual bath, Epsom salt, lemon, lavender oil, like look it up. Look up a cleansing bath. You have to cleanse yourself, and you have to meditate, and you might even need to see a shaman of some kind. But I don't really tend to agree, we can do those things on our own. We just, have to research a little bit. But there's this negativity that could be a drawback, right? It could be something, it is something that would potentially stand in the way of you finding that person or getting into that new experience with your divine soulmate as a complete you, because there's something that's still hanging on to you that isn't good anymore, and you need to discard it, and you need to let go of it. Examine what is causing you to feel that way. You have to examine it. You have to take time to examine what it is that's affecting you negatively, and then you have to figure out how you face that. Really just uncovering what it is like 90% of issue solved. Because once we see it there, we can tell it we can be like, it's okay, but you're not in the driver's seat anymore. You can stay there, you can hang around, whatever, but you're not going to rule over my life anymore. Boundaries, basically. Cutting things off at the limb before the cancer spreads. You're in a very flirtatious time in your life, okay? As you are healing and letting go of this negative energy, you are stepping into a lighthearted energy. And this is allowing you to extend that, to give that forth to other people. And that is how you attract this person. I am really shocked that this is so similar to pile 2. This never happens. This is so weird. If you want, listen to that one too. But heart-to-heart conversations, you're going to be deepening a connection. But you also have to be honest with that person about what it is that you are trying to release and let go of from the past that is still causing you harm, that is hanging on to you even though you don't want it anymore, and you want to move past it. So there's going to be help from that person to, as long as you're honest with that person, they're going to help you through everything. This is your soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. Examine what is causing you to feel the way that you feel. So there's going to be a lot of feelings. You're going to be able to identify what everything is based on your emotions. So listen to your emotions. Listen to those ooey gooey parts of yourself. Listen to your intuition. Let it guide you, okay? Because like pile 2, I definitely get this feeling that you are highly aware and very spiritual. So I feel like you are going to be able to process what you've gone through pretty quickly. My only suggestion is that you really keep an eye on your inner world and make sure that you are focused on yourself at this time, and don't sacrifice yourself right now for other people, because you can't pour from an empty cup. There are things that need resolution before you can move forward, right? But your destiny point is right on the horizon. So it's almost like there's going to be like a multiple tests going on. Like, I have to let go of this. I have to let go of this past energy, this dark energy, this negative stuff. But like at the same time, I'm meeting somebody that like is not like anybody I've ever met before. So I have to, there's a lot of things going on in your life. It's very complex. Heart-to-heart conversations are being had. You're being flirty. You are in generally a good state of mind, but there is something that plagues you. There is still something that needs your attention. So working on that is going to allow this course of action, this person, your soulmate, to either arrive quickly or that it deepens in a much more accelerated way. So that's good. It's that most of the time we don't realize that we have work we have to do before we can go out there. I mean, I was one of those people. I was one of those people. So that is your reading, pile 3. And to everybody who stayed to the end, I will see you in the next reading. And I am sending you so much love now and always.